welcome to Burnout Box, Season 2, Episode 27, you said, Chris?
Yep.
How's it going, everybody? It's summertime in Florida. It's hot. It's rainy. The racetrack is closed just about every day, it seems like, because of how rainy it is. The team was going to take Chucky out to the drag strip and have some nitrous fun, right? Nope, can't drag race on a slip and slide.
We can. We shouldn't.
The weather's going to be perfect tomorrow. And Chucky's going to run a great time. I'm being optimistic.
So what are we thinking Chucky's going to run?
Let's see what he runs.
Maybe like a 990.
Chucky's gonna run a 990.
I'm just saying, if you're going to do it, go do it right.
Okay.
Was it like 10.4 last time?
11.8, 11.7.
Oh, was it that high?
Didn't I go like an 11.69 in Chucky?
Oh.
Last time I was race Chucky, I was with Rebecca, and you were pregnant with Indigo.
Yes, I was.
11.8. Okay, we're getting down there.
Yeah, real close to 990.
Bradenton was 11.9.
I thought it was, yeah. Okay.
There's always the method in which you just pull out the nitrous jet and just see what happens.
Just see.
Hey, are you guys bringing a drill and a drill bit with you to the track? In case the jet's not big enough?
We can bring jets with us.
I know, I'm just...
Oh, okay.
Just to keep up the, the crazy spirit. I wanted Chucky to shoot a fireball from under the hood to show what happens.
I've seen a hood come off before. It goes up high in the sky.
I think we'd take the hood off ahead of time.
Why?
Or it just goes all the way off.
Up high? I mean, apparently a firebird can fly.
And for everybody that's wondering why I'm talking about this, I wanted to show what not to do when you put nitrous on your car. Do not have a nitrous backfire. It's all bad.
Do not have a nitrous. Like people go with intentions of having a nitrous backfire.
But we're going to show you what happens, just so we all know for science.
Just,
There's a lot of other stuff going on.
You have a very loose definition of science, I feel.
I do. I in this case, when it comes to blowing stuff up, yes. When it comes to making horsepower, much more analytical.
For sure.
I want to know the how, the why, make sure I can recreate it. Carrie, are we getting any questions, comments coming in?
Yeah, Aaron wants to know, when will you guys give Cletus a 3R?
I don't know. I was talking to Cletus last week, and that's on our list of things to do.
You guys are some busy people. Cletus is busy. We're busy.
Yeah. We were out at Magnuson in California a week and a half ago, as the regular followers of the show know. And one of the videos we shot just hit about the visit to Magnuson. So if anybody has any questions about that video, shoot them over to us. There was a lot of good footage, but we didn't want it to take too long.
Eric Garcia apparently is wondering which one should he watch, Burnout Box or Tuning Tuesday? We say both.
So I used to be on Tuning Tuesday, and did Burnout Box start with me and Donnie?
Yeah.
And then it was you and Donnie.
Yep.
So Burnout Box is more general modification. Tuning Tuesday is more tuning specific. What would you say the difference is between the two of them, Becca?
Yeah, I think that's fair, and I think that we do a little bit more like VMP current event type stuff too.
Yeah, I mean, Rebecca.
So it depends on what information. I mean, the easiest answer is just watch both. Like, why choose? It's not like they're on at the same time. You can watch them. You can watch repeats. I get. Is that if it's on YouTube, is that a repeat? I don't know. Whatever it is.
And Rebecca's like the hardcore drag racer, you know, and then we're into all things modification and
So they
racing,
say.
going fast. Hey, you're going to be driving again soon. One of your cars.
I can only drive one at a time.
I feel like if you want to know tuning specific stuff, primarily Tuning Tuesday, but if you want to know about new products, the ins and outs of what's happening at VMP, racing, although the racing's covered a little bit in both, Burnout box would be better.
And I mean, obviously, if you have a tuning question, you
Right.
can't tune into Tuning Tuesday. Justin
Can answer as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's more than competent to answer your tuning questions
Yes.
and tune your I let him tune my race car.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Mad Max says, hello, VMP crew.
Hey.
Michael wants to know, do you do anything for an 09 5.4 liter F-150s?
What do you want to do to it?
Most common modification for that truck is a tune.
Tuning.
And they pick up really nicely with tuning. The 09 was the first year they changed the computer system.
Okay.
In the 09 F-150s. Same engine, same trans, new computer. You know what, did they get a 6R80 in the 5.4?
I didn't think so.
Yeah. They actually
But I could be wrong. But I don't know. I'm usually not too wrong about 6R80 stuff, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, so in short, we've got a really good tune for them. Starts at $499 with a SCT X4 tuner and a VMP custom tune, and we make the transmission better. We make it make more power. I'd recommend like an 87 and a 93 tune for it.
You'll definitely enjoy driving it more.
Jeff Scarlin says, any chance someone /VMP will come up with a return fuel system for E85 boosted F-150s?
We're going to do some more Mustang fuel system stuff, and then we're going to take a look at the F-150 stuff too.
The Royal Rose says, is there a future Gen 4 supercharger?
Oh, this is like naming a baby. We had a spreadsheet for the baby. Do we need a spreadsheet for the
Supercharger names?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like the birth certificate people had to come hunt me down and make me choose a name for her.
That was the first time we ever did that, but yeah. We had to have the baby to know if it was a boy or a girl, and then decide to name it.
Yeah.
To answer the question more seriously, the whole gen nomenclature gets kind of old after a while. So
we're stuck on 3.
we're just going to keep adding letters after it.
The RS?
RS, I didn't think about that.
You can just follow the alphabet from here on out. RST, RSTUV.
Anthony Haydarifard says, howdy. Michael Siborowski says, hi guys.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, Michael, your car looks great.
Yes, thank you for putting them big VMP banners on it.
Let's see what else we have
But
here.
I do want to say that we're always going to be innovating new supercharger technology. Will it be called the Gen 4? Nah.
Yeah,
Does it matter?
we're going to bring some really awesome stuff to market, stuff that nobody else has done before. We're going to call it whatever we want.
Something else.
It's gonna make a lot.
Or maybe Gen 4. Who knows?
It's going to
I'd
make
be
a lot of
surprised.
power, though.
Eric Garcia says it's all in the name of science. Tuner Galleries, let's see, is the FRPP 47-pound injector enough for the Gen 2R?
The short answer is I don't like it.
I don't like it.
About 2 or 3 years ago, all of our kits started coming with a 56-pound injector. What we see is that the factory fuel pump's not very good. Even with a fuel pump booster, a 47 is going to run out above 7,000. So it'll work. Rev limit your engine.
I thought you were going to say rev at your own risk.
That would have been smoother. I could have saved that one. Yeah, just keep it the stock rev limiter of $7,000. Keep it like an 82 or an 85 pulley on it, and you're good.
Fuego Sauce, are you guys sending tunes, email tunes? He says sending tunes, email tunes to California.
California is off-road race use only. There is custom tuning is not legal in California, so that's kind of the story with California. Oh, she is spitting up.
Yes, she is. Hello, baby.
Do you need a napkin or
All
something?
right, we got a detail rag.
Tissues?
Tissues.
Leave it to me to make a mess on Burnout Box.
Thank you.
If it's spilled on the floor or something.
She's a mess.
You must have had a good lunch. A little extra.
Yeah.
Her face is hidden with a supercharger.
Oh.
It's like she's like Mr. Wilson. You can only see your eyes.
What was that from?
Tool Time.
Or not Tool Time. What the?
Home Improvement.
Home Improvement.
Tim the Tool Man Taylor. Bri2KTV says, what should I set my fuel pressure at for my return fuel system on a 17 5-liter Roush Stage 2 951-pound Deutsch Works injectors? VMP 8 rib kit with 5% lower and 82 millimeter upper, and VMP 67 throttle body.
So, did you catch that one?
No.
I think he meant CC injectors.
He probably
I
did.
did hear the injectors.
Yeah.
He said pound, but
But those Deutschwerks 95 pound or 1000 cc, they're pretty much all the
They're
same.
probably 95 pound. Yeah. Okay. I heard something funny with injectors.
Oh, we got 1 and L, and we got that all in there.
Yeah. That's what I heard.
that's what, yeah, I just read it as written.
So you can do 55 psi static like factory, or you can boost reference it, or you can set it higher. A lot of the stuff we're doing, we're setting them to 65 to 70 psi base and not boost referencing them, just letting them run that all the time. Just check with your tuner. If it's us and it's over 15 pounds of boost, just go ahead and set it to 70 base and tell us that's where it's at.
Mustang wants to know, Rebecca, did you change your hair?
It's been a little bit, but I did. And it's down today. It's usually up, but I don't have a rubber band because I did Holden's hair with my rubber band this morning.
Joshua says, did I understand that you guys are making a fuel rail system for a return style fuel system for the 1819 for a Whipple?
Yes, we will be making 1819 fuel systems here soon, and Joe already has some improvements that he'd like to make over the way things are being done right now by other people.
Justin, so you know the jackets that you got us a couple years ago for Christmas?
Uh-huh.
The Redline Riot would like to know, where did you get it? And he wants to know if you sell them because he wants one.
I was hoping he found mine. Because
His is missing, and it's sad, and he can't fit in mine.
I think since PRI last year,
We may have lost it in Ireland.
I know, we might have lost it on the trip from Indianapolis to New York or New York to Ireland. I left a jacket on a plane like 4 or 5 years ago that I really liked. It was just the Columbia jacket, but I don't like heavy jackets. So we'll get some more Wade this winter because we have a bunch of new staff members at VMP, and we can throw some up on social media for sale.
Yeah.
What size? I wonder, is he looking for? Tim Ovis, can you get more special guests on here? So he'd like
I've got a special guest. He's right here.
Oh, I was going to say, we've got future Starkey tuner, racer, designer extraordinaire, Indigo here, or midwife, or whatever she decides to be.
Maybe she'll be a marine biologist. That's what her pants are wanting her to do today.
Nick Fowler says he's
Cute
looking
pants.
for an 11 to 12 fuel system, please, and thank you.
A GT500 or Coyote?
In your opinion, is the 15 to 17 S550 6R80 car the go-to for making the most power with a stock platform, i.e. Gen 3 VMP blower, and give it all the sauce?
What do you think?
I think it would be up there on my list.
This is a big deal for Rebecca to
I know.
say that.
It is.
Because her first Coyote was a 2011 6R80 car. I mean, we know the S550 engine makes a little more power with boost. It's theoretically stronger. People push them to the edge more often, and they seem to hold up for a while. So it's just they're heavier and they have IRS.
Yeah, that's my issue with them. Like, but making power alone,
Great.
I'll concede that that's probably the way to go.
Yeah, they're freaking great.
Joshua, who's asking about the 1819 fuel system, wants to know if you have a possible release date.
We're still probably 2 to 3 months out on that. There's some parts getting designed for our 1819 blower kit, fuel-wise, so we'll probably do kind of all that at the same time.
Alex wants to know, how much are your tunes for 16 GT?
How good or how much?
How much?
That's kind of a trick question. If they're good, does it matter how much? Or are we shopping the clearance aisle? So, all joking aside, tuning with support starts at $199 from VMP. We do a lot of things our way on S550s, and the results are very good, so you won't be disappointed.
Yeah, we've tuned a few of them.
Just a few.
David Martin says, hi from Southwest Texas. Great products, y'all.
Thanks.
Jed Smara says went 10.9 at 138. Hold on, I'm looking here. It is auto. Let's see here. It's named Cheeto Fury Orange on the license plate. He says, what do you think I'm cooking up? What horsepower do you think I'm cooking up? Okay, 10.9, 138. It's a Whipple Stage 2 18 on street tires. He wants to know, what horsepower do you think he's running?
9.
Does he want to know?
I don't know.
I mean, it could be as low as like 500 wheel.
Yeah.
We went 1040 with a Roush blower on our 2018, which is known to be a pretty limited blower platform. I would definitely look at your 60-foot, your engine tuning, your transmission tuning, because out of the box, that setup has enough to go low 10s pretty easily, as long as you get a 60-foot like in the 1.7.
I was going to say 1.92 60 foot.
Oh, nice. 60 foot's a little bit up there, but it should still ET better, I think.
What is the ideal heat exchanger temp that's not too cold and not too hot for maximum power? What? So he's got a 13 GT500, and the easiest way to maintain for hot lapping.
You can never be cool enough.
Yeah.
But like we had somebody reach out to us that was like, my downstream air temps are 140 to 150 with a VMP heat exchanger, and then it turns out that the ambient temp is over 110 degrees. It's hard for us to imagine in Florida, but it happens. Ambient temp, outside air temperature, like out in the desert out west somewhere.
And then he wants to know, is E85 required for more cooling?
So like I was talking about that with somebody locally here recently. E85 gives you more in-cylinder cooling, and that helps it make more horsepower.
But it doesn't change your air temp.
Yeah, not the sensor is before the injector.
Right.
So you'll never register a lower air temperature.
Let's see here. Mustang, what pound injectors are the GT350? I used to know this, but I don't remember. Aren't they 58 or somewhere around there?
Did you ever hear what size they were?
I'm sure I did. Do I remember? No.
I have from what I know, they're probably very similar to a Mustang GT, and that car runs a twin pump fuel system, so it probably just runs a little more pressure to get more flow out of the injectors, and that's that. Naturally aspirated engines really, they only put enough injector in them to cover them for cat protection, for running like 10 to 1 to cool the cats. Other than that, they don't have much fuel system.
Okay, so Horse GT says currently tuned by VMP. I'm planning on going E85. How much is it for the tune update?
It's about 100 to 200 depending on the combination you're upgrading from pump to E85. If you're naturally aspirated, it's pretty just a file. If you're blown, it's going to be data logging to make sure everything's safe and dialed in. Because when you make more horsepower, sometimes you find other limitations, and we want to make sure that we check that stuff out for you and make sure you're not out of fuel pump, not out of injector. You know, in the recent history of your car, we keep putting bigger and bigger injectors in it, bigger fuel pumps.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while that it's had the 1700s in it, I feel like.
Yeah,
a little while.
Maybe like a season we ran with the 1700s, or 2 seasons.
I think maybe 2.
Yeah. And it's just like, you just keep finding limits.
Chad Dow just jumped on. He goes, fixing to get turned up in my best Austin Powers voice. Yeah, baby, yeah. Let's see here. Gustavo wants to know, do you still not recommend lower pulley upgrades in a 12 GT500 with stock supercharger? And what is the best deal? Will a supercharger pulley, intake, and throttle body? Question mark.
Yeah, that's the best deal. It's easy to install. I mean, we do them at some of the shows we go to. And we do them in the course of like an hour or 2. If you're coming up to Mustang Week in South Carolina, we won't have the dyno, but we can install any of the VMP packages like that right on the spot.
Red Line Riot, who was asking about your jacket, says, which is better, 6R80 15 to 17 or MT82 15 to 17 5 liter? Asking for a friend.
I'm going to let Rebecca handle that one.
This is easy. 6R80. 6R80 the world.
If you're drag racing, it's just, your life's going to be a lot better.
Gustavo came back again and says, E85 worth it in a stock engine and supercharge on a 12 GT500. He wants to know if he has the stock engine and supercharger, is it worth E85?
It's funny because, like, you're not running a lot of boost, so you don't need a whole lot of fuel system capacity. But nobody ever does it that I've seen. Like, I've seen like one person do it out of hundreds of thousands of GT500s tuned. So you would need a very expensive injector, a set of fuel pump boosters, and you'd pick up about 30 to 40 wheel horsepower. It seems like most people put that into other low-hanging fruit first.
B&B Motorsports basically says he just got his SCT tuner last night, sent in my strategy code. Any chance you can talk to the tuning guys to get his E85 sent out tomorrow? It's his birthday on Saturday, and he would love to have a bit more B-Day punch.
Oh, nice, nice. Tuning department lead times are really, really low. So I would just politely reply that it would, that you'd like to have it by the weekend, and they should be able to accommodate that. Just reply to the tickets, just so it goes to the top of the pile. It's kind of the best way to do it.
Janssen 50 says Chucky needs a 2-3 relay trans brake for that nitrous hit. Hope to see it finally hit the track soon.
That's what I've seen. Have you seen that comment before on there?
I've not seen that comment before.
Yeah.
I have opinions about that comment, but that's okay. I'll keep them to myself.
Yeah. I wonder if we could get, would that help Chucky wheelie? We were also talking about putting a bunch of sandbags in the trunk and seeing if we could get it to...
Did you ever see the wheelie contest at the Turkey Rod Run?
No, I never did.
Machines. They do that, and but yeah, it was all they didn't do anything fast. It was up in the parking lot, but it was interesting.
Have you ever dynoed a 15 Shelby F-150 supercharged Whipple 2.9?
I feel like we should have, because those are fairly common.
Yeah.
But I can't remember exactly.
Like I'm imagining a blue one in my brain. In my opinion, they're all blue.
I could see that.
So Nasting has a test suggestion. He says, not everyone understands driveline, so you should do a back-to-back dyno test with a factory drive shaft versus an aluminum or carbon fiber unit to show the results, or not results.
We've tried to dyno test drive shafts before. We know lighter is better. I would make a decision based on the cost versus the payoff.
And what you need. There are certain classes where carbon fiber drive shafts are not legal, which is insane to me, but I guess I don't get to make the rules.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't think you're going to see a huge horsepower difference in the dyno.
Most likely it's going to be within the amount of error that the dyno is going to have, which is very, very low. On a dyno jet is very, very low, but there's still going to be some variance pull to pull. And, is that going to be due to the fact that the oil has heated up between, it's going to be a really, really difficult, because it's not going to be a huge difference. It's going to be difficult to determine where exactly it's coming from.
So the last question that we have right now is, which I find interesting, is are you about the street or the track?
You want to answer that one, babe?
Track.
Track all day long. It's safer, legal, and for the most part,
Wade Rich can prep a track, and I want to go down a prep track.
yeah, I was going to say, like, prepped track racing, because there's closed course street racing that, is legal to some extent if it's a closed course. So not to say that you're automatically illegal if you're on the street.
So Redline Raya says, can you still have fun in a 6R80? My friend doesn't drag race at all. And would the manual be more fun?
I can tell you going 895 is a heck of a lot more fun than what I would have been able to do in an MT80 car, a 2-car.
AC469, who was asking whether you were about the street or track, says, yeah, I see VMP cars only dominating on track, turbo on the roll all day.
No rolls.
Dig.
I mean, why would I know how to launch a car, why would I roll race?
Very, very strong opinions on this. That are right. They're very right. Rebecca's, we've the driver and the crew chief have come together to make some very impressive 60-foot times.
Janssen came back and said, LOL, Rebecca, you don't like trans brakes on 6R80s? Question mark, exclamation point.
I said I'd keep my opinion to myself.
Opinion to be revealed in a later video.
I do like drive shafts that stay together.
Superstock 50 says, correct me if I'm wrong, but the VMP Gen 1 supercharger came stock with an 85 millimeter pulley. Is that correct?
Like, yes, unless you ordered a different pulley. Because we had sold, sometimes some distributors sold the stuff with no pulley option. If you bought it direct from VMP, there was usually a pulley option.
AC469, who's talking about the roll racing, says he likes both, guys. Superstock 50 says, also, do you guys know of anyone who still has the Gen 1 supercharger?
I just sold one yesterday. A GT500 Gen 1. Like, we have trade-in ones. Once in a while we see one at a car show.
Yeah.
I mean, there's quite
it's cool when we see one at a car show.
there's quite a few out there.
I was gonna say, where's Chad Dowd? He can
You just commented on here. Or?
He's got this. He's got this street You should have my back, Chad. You got the street race thing down.
Cube Shadow Kia, who chimes in from Germany, says, what are the adaptations made on the built GT350 manifold to fit the 18 Plus GT? Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's a different IMRC harness in the back.
Matthew Emmerich says, thanks for the inside peek at Magnuson.
Oh, we had fun going there. I'm glad you liked the video.
A lot of fun.
Eric Garcia says, has VMP broken 200 plus miles per hour, or are you planning to in the future, i.e. Texas Mile?
We've broken it with partners. Rebecca's done some half-mile racing, but I think as fast as her cars are getting, that we'll mostly be doing quarter-mile and eighth mile
stuff.
Racing, yeah.
Bry2KTV says, real racers dig. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Matthew Emmerich says, any behind-the-scenes stories from Magnuson that you'd like to share?
I mean, a lot of them were in front of the scenes, like the test stand.
I feel like we showed everything, like, everything was pretty up front, like, there wasn't anything that we didn't share.
Yeah, I mean, the test stand was really fun.
Yeah.
The VMP superchargers really do get cleaned with a Q-tip before they're put in the box and shipped out to you. So it was pretty cool.
Q Shadow Kia says, does baby VMP, her name's Indigo, does baby VMP already have a supercharged bullet car? Saw the Magnuson video.
We're going to build you a Hot Wheels with a supercharger. And Rebecca pointed out to me none of our other kids have Hot Wheels, so.
Turbinator
Bad about that.
Turbinator Lou says, have you folks run into any fuel filter issues after switching to E85?
We have not, I don't believe, right? No. Now, I will say, one of our local customers emailed me and said, I just had my car apart to change some stuff, and my injectors visibly had crap in the top of them. And he was running E85. He was going to have them cleaned. And I would say, unfortunately, we see that. More stuff seems to make it downstream when you've got E85.
Horse GT wants to make the switch to E85. He wants to know about how much horsepower do you think he would get with his current setup. His current setup, he doesn't say what car he has. He says he's got a CJ manifold, twin 67s, off-road mid-pipe, and 91 octane to California. But I don't know what car he's running.
So it's probably an 11 to 14 or a 15 to 17 GT. It'll make some good gains, probably 10 rear wheel horsepower, maybe a little more. This is because 91 is not great stuff. Which, you've put all that money into a naturally aspirated setup, 10 rear wheel horsepower is probably pretty important to you.
Right.
Nassing says, about the drive shafts, exactly, Justin. There are people who believe the new drive shaft alone is like doing a true power yielding engine mod like a tune. Best part about a new drive shaft is durability, in my opinion.
And I think Rebecca would.
I would have to agree. I broke a steel drive shaft, I've broken an aluminum drive shaft, and I've broke a carbon drive shaft, and some of those more than one of each.
Oh, man.
Superstock 50 says, any advice for a first timer at the track?
Ooh, what are you driving? But some general advice. Be prepared to wait in the staging lanes. When you go up, if you have street tires on, drive around the water box. It's good for you because you're not driving through your own water, and it's really nice for the people behind you. When you go up to the tree, you're going to see a pair of amber bulbs, well, 2 pairs of amber bulbs on your side and 2 pairs on the other side, and then the 3 yellow lights, and then a green light, and then a little red light. When you roll up and there's just about where you're going to launch your car from, there's they're beams that you're going to roll into, and then it's 2 sets of beams. So when you break the first set of beams with your tire, it will light up that first set of amber bulbs at the top.
Pre-stage.
Yep. While you are waiting for whoever you're racing, if they have not done that already, you just wait. then that person lights up theirs, or if you are the person, then whoever can light up the next pair. Don't light up both sets of bulbs at once. It's not nice. Don't do it while the person's doing a burnout. It's not nice. And then just likely, if you're at a test and tune, you're gonna be on a sportsman tree. So you wait for the 3 amber bulbs or 3 yellow bulbs that are in a row to come down, to light up, and then when it's green, you go. Or you can go on the 3rd yellow bulb, and that'll probably yield you a better reaction time. If you're on a pro tree, as soon as you see yellow, go. That's about it. And then just drive straight down the track. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Just straight down the track. Don't cross the center line.
Q Shadow Kia says probably a really dumb question, but she wants to know about emissions in the U.S. Do the U.S. Mustangs 18 plus have particle filters or just cats?
Just cats.
VMP Gen 2R with 75 millimeter and E85 on a Gen 2 long block with long tube headers. Have the GT 500 throttle body. Best recommendation for an upgraded throttle body?
VMP Twin Jet 69. And if you want to keep your existing throttle body Y harness, use the 05 to 14 version. If you want to go to the 15 up specific electronics, then get the 36-inch adapter harness with the 15 up Twin 69 version. The 15 up electronics are a little better. We call them native because they're what came on the car, and they kind of idle and drive a little bit smoother than the older electronics.
Slab Check says I need one of those nice throttle bodies you were showing off. Janssen 50 says what rear tire is on Chucky?
Did you guys go back to street tires, Chris, or?
Put the drag tires on it yesterday.
Okay, my old ones. So they're a 275, 60/15.
Drag radio, street, what do they call them? Street Radio Pro?
Street, yeah, ET Street Pro. A Mickey Thompson tire.
Jeff Scarlin says prepped track is what I'm paying for. Track lover here. Sorry, tongue twister.
I would pay a lot of money for like some sticky stuff put down on the ground. It's amazing how much money I'm willing to pay for somebody to skillfully put essentially some glue on the floor.
Horse GT, who was asking about how much horsepower you think he'd make on E85 with his setup. It's a 14 auto car, is what he was saying.
Your estimate stands.
18469 says, who do you recommend for a built Coyote short block L&M, MMR, or RGP?
Probably any of those, but we've got a lot of experience with L&M.
Yeah, I've had an L&M engine. It did me good.
With that said, you're caught up.
Okay,
And
cool.
you are at 214.
We got any, do we have any pictures loaded?
Nothing from this week.
So, Rebecca's engine
It's done.
is in a bag.
It's in a bag. That's also weird.
I mean, if we were going to show like a picture of a present wrapped up, you know, that would be it.
It's not a present.
And
It's a pain in my butt. That's what it is.
Unfortunately, when you're running a business and you have a family and you have all kinds of stuff.
It's a pain in my butt that I love, I guess I should say.
Yeah. So it'll be going back together here soon. And we're going to rip off some numbers with that. And then we're starting on the other car as well.
Yep.
Superstock 50, who was asking about the Gen 1 supercharger earlier. And it says, okay, thanks, Miss Starkey. By the way, I have an 11 GT with your Gen 1 supercharger with basic bolt-ons with Nitto 555s G2 tires, and I'm 93 pump gas, ... for now.
Cool.
What were you going to say?
Oh, no, I was just saying cool.
I'm looking at here. It sounds like a few things are coming in here. I'm getting another Mustang. Which do you recommend? A 14 Boss or 15 to 17 GT?
This came up a couple shows ago.
I know.
And it's like a valid question, so I'm not making...
No, yeah. It's just,
Yeah.
it's interesting that it's, that other people have those, that
Yeah.
it's a common, question, which one do I do?
A 14 Boss is a nice, it's
Yeah.
a nice premium type Mustang. And
And I would say it probably depends on what you want to do with the car too. Like I truly
I mean,
stand by that.
if you're good with a manual transmission, you're going to be doing road racing, roll racing, open track.
That's gonna be a Boss is gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah. If you're going to be doing straight up drag racing from a dig, then
Then go that 15 to 17
Yeah.
car. It just depends on what you want to do.
we can tune either of them really, really well and make a lot of power on them.
Tuner Gallery has a 13 GT manual. What should I be mindful of potentially breaking since I love launching from the dig? What can I upgrade to help prevent things from breaking since I'm a dig whore?
Remember when we first got our Boss 302 and we drag raced it?
Vaguely.
Yeah. We never really drag raced it enough to break anything, but
I was gonna say, I don't think we broke anything.
clutches, drive
Yep.
shafts. But if you have a factory or a regular tire, that's gonna be the fuse. Mm-hmm. If you put drag radials on it or slicks, you get them really hot and you launch it, you drop the clutch at 6,000 and it doesn't hold. You fix the clutch, then the drive shaft breaks, then first gear breaks, and just
Yeah.
not necessarily first gear doesn't break, but it's really hard on the transmission. And if you power shift it the wrong way, you will break gears on a MT82.
There are no more questions. There's just a lot of comments. Everybody's telling that person to get the Boss.
Well, we can talk about some stuff before the show's up, which is getting pretty close. Mm-hmm. So still lots of new products coming down the pipe from VMP that we are working on. One of the options that is up on the website and is in stock are the triple pass heat exchangers with no fans. They're less expensive. They're like $529. Mm-hmm. And that's just an option that's available now from VMP. We also have the new 05 to 14 throttle bodies. About half of the monoblades are en route. The other half will be en route the following week. So we're getting very, very close on those. I know there's a customer that's waiting for an update on the 15 to 17 monoblades that have some clearancing. I should have a few of those later this week or next week as well. So I don't know if that customer's watching, but we're getting real close. And lots of dyno testing, lots of videos, lots of projects, stuff going on.
Someone's asking about the Ghost Cam tune. When should it be coming out?
I'll ask Joe, or you can ask on Tuning Tuesday.
Is the Twinjet 67 appropriate for the Gen 3?
It is.
Yeah.
Especially at power levels, call them lower, more reasonable power levels.
I mean,
It's great. Which, that's like
relative
700 to 800. We've made 920 on a 67 before, so.
I was on a 67 when I went.
Yeah, when you ran 840s, you were making.
I think it may have been even quicker than 840s.
Okay.
Well, no, it's probably 840s. I know it went like a 540 that weekend. Because it was a lot of 8th mile stuff.
Do you recommend killer chiller instead of a heat exchanger?
I'm not crazy about having to run the AC all the time.
Yeah. I on a race car, I wouldn't do it.
Bride2KTV says, I love having the dual fans on my triple pass.
Mm-hmm. It cools you off when you're sitting still or you're driving in traffic really well.
Absolutely.
Cute Shadow Kia says, with just a tune and a cold air intake on the S550, how would you split the cold air intakes part and the tune? It feels like it's 90% tune, 10% cold air.
Yeah. When we dyno test this stuff, the cold air adds, 5 to 10, maybe 12 rear wheel horsepower at high RPM. whereas the tune adds power everywhere and feel everywhere, if that makes sense.
The face Carrie's making is like amazing.
I can't see it from over here.
It was like,
Do I need to stand up?
she's stopped.
Yeah. So now you're being asked a heat exchanger or ice box.
Both, depending on what you're doing.
Both.
Yeah.
So here's a comment. It says, "Hi, it's Richie from New York. I'll be moving down in 10 months with a 2016 Mustang."
Come by for a supercharger.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Or just a tune, or just pick up a t-shirt. I mean, I don't mean to like sound pushy, but
We'll be here.
yeah, we'll be here. So I think we can kind of wrap it up.
I think so.
Rebecca, let's see who wants to see a first fire up video on Rebecca's new engine.
Oh,
Throw
Chris
that in
does.
the comments.
Oh, Carrie does.
Wow.
I do too.
Oh,
Brian's gonna go for it.
Okay. He was a little.
It's 100%
hesitant
in
there,
here.
But yeah. Well, anybody watching can comment as well. And with that,
People are saying fire it up.
fire it up. Okay, we'll get to it. So make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see everybody next week.